So, we'll be back.
Yeah,
Greetings.
greetings.
How is it?
Alhamdulillah, I'm happy today,
Mm.
at least once more we back at it.
Mm-hmm.
So people, just because I was fasting and then
How was the fasting?
it
You
was
didn't tell me that.
it was good, inshallah. You
Yeah.
know, what I pray for is always ask for wisdom and understanding,
Yeah.
because if you have wisdom and understanding, you could get anything in life.
Mm.
That's the most important thing.
How long does it your fasting take? Is it
Well,
a
it,
month?
it take sometimes 30 days,
Uh-huh.
sometimes it could be 29 days, depending on when you see the moon close to the ending of fasting.
Mm.
If you don't see the moon, we fast till 30 days,
Oh yeah, yeah,
which
yeah.
is good, inshallah, which is,
It went on well,
it went on well, because, why I ask for, I get it.
Mm.
Give me more patience, more humbleness,
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
deal with the situation, what is
Yeah.
happening all over.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most important thing. Be
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Few months. That was a fasting month, and
yeah,
my side, it was
the loss and
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah, yeah,
my
yeah,
condolence to you
yeah, yeah,
once more again,
yeah.
because I was shocked when you called me and told me you need me to drop you at the airport, and I
Mm-hmm.
asked you, where are you going? What I
It,
mean,
it,
where are
it,
you
it,
going? And
it,
then you
it
tell me the
was,
loss, it was,
it
it's
was,
sad. It's sad I could not went with you
yeah,
because
yeah.
I had my own. I already booked to go to
Amsterdam, yeah,
Amsterdam,
yeah,
which
it
for these
was,
3 days, which
yeah,
was is a blessing. It
yeah,
was
yeah.
good.
But
Yeah,
you played your own part, and
yeah,
that's life.
yeah.
And that Omar taught me so much.
Mm,
It was a hard one. I was dealing with reality. I
yeah.
was dealing with a lot. I saw reality. People keep saying things can happen in reality, but here I was dealing with the reality anyway. So a lot happened. It was a bad month, a bad month, and it went on a record. But still, we give thanks
You
every
know,
day.
I'll stop you there.
Mm.
When you say it was a bad month, it wasn't a bad month.
What you say?
It was a blessing in
Mm-hmm.
disguise. Not only that, you see, people tends to weep and cry when someone dead.
Mm-hmm.
And really and truly, it should be celebrating that man life.
Yeah, it
That
does.
man leave a legacy. Taught you plenty. He taught a lot of people plenty. Because
Yeah.
guess what?
Mm-hmm.
When he died, thousands of people come to respect him.
Ah, that.
They didn't come to for sadness or
Yeah, yeah,
anything. They come to give him that last respect.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because at the end of the day, he was a good man. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But we as humans tends to cry over a dead. I don't cry over a dead.
Mm-hmm.
I look at it, I celebrate that person's legacy
Yeah, yeah.
because
Let me tell you something, Joseph.
yeah,
Yeah, well, when I reached Uganda, and
mm,
the only thing that strengthened me,
mm,
and that kept me going, is the too much love this general had. The people that came and the love that was shown
yeah,
on the final days of his respite. On the final days of when we are putting him rest.
mm,
The people, the congregation I saw, a lot of people, so many people. So I was overwhelmed.
mm,
That kept me strong, and I was like, oh yeah, this man should be celebrated. So I was strong because I saw a lot
mm,
of people. And I
inshallah.
didn't even worry about anything
Yeah,
because man was loved,
yeah,
yeah.
and that's the good thing. That's the beauty. But
Mm,
when you live your life,
mm,
you live it in a very humble way, a very peaceful way,
mm.
and show and teach people. You know,
He was,
because he taught plenty people. That's why people respect him and give him the last give out. Send off.
but coming to that, it's like you're betting on life. Anytime anything can happen. So, and it also taught me to celebrate life, and and appreciate how amazing life is every day. So it's really nice. We should accept and live life in every moment, and celebrate it.
See, and that's the good thing about
Mm,
life, you know.
mm,
We go to sleep,
yeah.
we are dead. You understand what I'm
You
saying?
wake up dead.
You know, and then God give you back life when you're weak. And the first thing you gotta do is give that man praise, you know. Say, God, thank you for giving me back life. And guide me through that day so I could do good things, so I could prosper, so I could see another day. But as humans, we neglect certain things. We focus on things we ain't supposed to be focusing on. We worry about food, money, all these things.
Work.
Work all these things. But
Mm,
guess what? If you pray every day, you don't have to worry about these things because God going to provide these things for you. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You know, we forget that. We forget that. We run up the things of this world. These things of this world is just for a moment. You ever think about life after death? Where are you going? That's the most important. Here is the place you come to prepare yourself for life after death. You understand what I'm saying? So if you don't live it good, don't expect to get something good on the other side. You check what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's the most important thing. You prepare yourself for life after death. That's the most that's the most beautiful thing you want to see. You want to go to heaven, you want to go to Jannah, wherever you know,
Mm-hmm.
you know. No
The,
one want to go to hell based on how
oh,
they
oh,
portray hell. You understand what I'm saying? You want to go where you see the trumpet of the
the
angels
light
and everything
where
is
you see
you
light, where you
know
see life, the next life.
the next life. You don't want to go to hell and be tormented for the rest of your life. You know what I mean?
But yeah, yeah, life is just
Yeah, so
amazing,
it's all about
and
being humble, do the right things,
and
what I mean? Nobody tell you to go to the extreme. You live life, you accept life, you don't frustrate yourself over life,
and
like, why stress over things which you have no control over?
we cannot plan for
And
that.
you find that people stressing over a whole heap and set of things and they have no control over it. Instead of you stressing over this, you should using that and try to figure how should I deal with that problem instead of you stressing over it. At the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day, that's how life is about. All about guidance. You get up in the morning, you give God chance.
How do you appreciate life?
You know, I appreciate life however He gave me because sometimes you're going to be good, sometimes you're going to be bad. You feel I'm going to curse Him because I'm having a hardship this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I get up and I slip and I broke my foot,
Mm-hmm.
and I should be mad with God because God broke my foot. Maybe He broke my foot for a reason. Maybe I ain't supposed to be going to work that day, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear in the news the same train you take every day end
Mm-hmm.
up crashing, and then you home in a hospital with a broken foot, and you tell yourself, "Wow."
So the creator has big plans for you.
You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes in every hardship, there's a
There's something.
reward.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There is a
There's a
reward
reward.
in everything. People don't understand that. When the rain come, you know how much blessings is there in the rain? Like blessings God is sending down here for you. That when the rain come, you're supposed to be declaring and saying, asking for wishes in the rain. But people don't know that.
Tell me that. May I should know that.
People don't know that because why? We study, oh, the
It's
rain is hamburging me from going where I have to go. The sun was out and then the rain started to fall. Appreciate whatever you get. You know,
yeah.
never curse God nature. He have a reason for stopping you from going where you're going. Sometimes you're going to see your last breath of life, especially if you're going to like a party and you know the whole other thing might be happening.
Yeah.
Arrival of different gangs. Next thing they hear shootout, you're the only person get shot and you're dead. Everybody is no bullet just pass through them and they go in the hospital, spend 2 days and they go home, and you just get one to the head and you know
And that's reality,
that's reality.
That's reality.
You know,
Life is just a lot to deal with. We just have to give thanks to the Almighty.
every minute, every second, you don't have to go down on your knees every time you have to give thanks. You could be walking and you're asking God to guide you, give me wisdom, understanding.
Yeah.
Let me see my situation how it is. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes you're going to get something and you say, Lord, I really don't have that money to buy everything I want to buy in the grocery.
Mm,
So please give me the wisdom understanding what is necessary for me to use up the money and little money I have so I
mm.
can make a meal for my family. You understand what I'm saying? Because as we as humans do, we have plenty of money, we buy a lot of trash.
Yeah, yeah.
Things we don't need.
Things we don't use, and
You
we have
know,
a lot of things around us that we don't even need in life.
yeah.
So,
And that's what the dunya do us. We work hard and we try to play big. We want to live better than our friend. If my friend buy like a car which costs $2, you want to buy something bigger cost $20. At the end of the day, guess what? This $2 car he bought there, he could fix it, sell it about 20 times, while you still paying for that $20 car you buy. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
So sometimes when you see your friends have certain things, wish them all the best. Don't jealous him. Don't wish him bad luck or anything. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because you don't know what he do to get his. You check where I'm coming
So
from.
it's all about appreciating the little you got.
Exactly.
You
You
know.
know, when God ready for you, He's going to give you in yours abundance. You keep praying every day, and people say, "Oh, you pray every day. You pray 5 times a day." But God ain't doing nothing to keep you in the same way you is. Alhamdulillah, God, you know what I mean? That way, I get wisdom and
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
understanding and
yeah.
patience.
Because that's what we play for every day. That's
You
why we keep playing. But yeah,
that way patience come. You wait on your turn. It's like going to the bank for a loan. Are you going to bypass everybody in front of you?
no.
You see that's the problem with we as human.
you know, you,
We
you
have patience for certain things and we don't have patience for other
I,
things.
I, I was watching something
Mm,
some video on my phone,
mm,
and I came across one man.
mm,
He was like, we people, we have a big problem. You wake up, jump into the car.
mm,
You let me assume you're going to work. Then someone who has a lot of problem just bypass you on a high speed, and then you start complaining, calling, getting jealous of someone just high speeding, bypassing. You mix, you get so much jealousy because of someone even you don't know. So that video was so funny that I started thinking about it. Like, people will just get jealous of, a lot of people start, yeah, they even get out of their cars, create an argument because someone maybe has just packed, that force you use out of the blue when you don't know someone.
See, that's the problem.
Mm.
And it's all because you don't have that wisdom and understanding.
Yeah.
And you don't have the patience.
Mm.
You check what I'm saying? He will have patience to go sit in the office even though the boss take 3 hours to come. He have patience for that. But let he have to come pick me up and I say, give me 2 minutes to just set out something there. It freaking and fronging. But he take 2 hours, 3 hours waiting for the boss, eh? And after that 3 hours, the secretary call him, come and say, excuse me, sir. Unfortunately, you have to come back next time. And you don't make no fuss over that, eh?
Yeah, yeah,
You check what I'm saying?
yeah, I
Because
get.
it's the boss. You understand what I'm saying? You waiting on the boss. So instead the boss make you stay there 3 hours and after you just call and this postpone the meeting. You get up all okay, thank you, and you go on your merry way. 2 minutes I tell you to wait for me. And you started you wanna come in the car, I could feel the energy
Yeah,
and the,
yeah, the
the negative
pressure. Yeah,
vibes.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
You just check where I'm coming from.
you know,
And
that's life on a different side,
that's life.
But
But you know what I'm saying? We are all human. And sometimes we have to think about the other person,
mm,
not only think about ourselves all the time. Put ourselves in that person's shoes. Maybe something happened, so you had us to stay like a 2 minutes. So yes, let me just think about if it was me, the man I do the same, wait for me. So I shouldn't be getting all out of character because
the patience.
the patience. All you have to say, okay, brother, is everything okay? Because I know you told me it take you 2 minutes. I want to make
Mm.
sure everything okay at home. Because then you get concerned. You check where you're coming from.
Yeah,
Sometimes you have to be concerned. Because you know custom being late. So if you ask you for 2 more minutes, something had to happen. But you ask for that 2 minutes.
mm.
You check where I'm coming from.
So life is just so hard to understand, but then we need to force to understand it.
Yeah.
We need to force ourselves so we can understand it. But still, we just appreciate life every day. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
I've learned I've learned to celebrate it, be patient with it, appreciate the little I got, you know, even if it is too small. I just learn to appreciate it. I don't know, but to just be thankful and grateful about it. And because life is so funny, people take it differently, you know. But we also to learn it every day because life is also a journey. We keep learning, we keep telling me new
yeah,
things every day. So
every day we learn something new. Life, appreciate life, and never scorn a next person, no matter the situation they're in. Because scorning somebody, you could end up worse than the person. You understand what I'm
yeah,
saying?
to do that.
And I see people skin the face because someone's smelling bad.
Hmm.
You shouldn't be skinning your face not because the person's smelling bad. Maybe you should tell yourself, maybe I could give him a bar of soap, or maybe I should buy him something,
Hmm.
you know. So you see, that's the patience,
That's
understanding.
understanding life in another
So,
side.
yeah, you know what I mean?
So yeah, it's just been long without
Yeah, yeah.
catching up and sitting together
Yeah,
to appreciate life, to
yeah,
celebrate
appreciate
life. But
life,
it's always nice
Yeah,
having you around and
yeah,
to give thanks for that. But yeah, it's both sides been a hard one,
yeah.
and we just learned. Me, I'm strong. I keep telling people who tell me how you feel, how is it going? I tell them, you know what? I'm strong, and every day I'm getting stronger.
Exactly.
Every day I'm getting stronger, and nothing can stop I. But we appreciate life.
Definitely,
We appreciate life and celebrate it every
every
day.
day.
Every day. That
Every morning you get up, you go on,
as long as you
give
breathe,
God thanks,
as long as you breathe, because you see, it's yesterday I was on internet. Some
Mm,
guy, he's on X, and he was my friend. I used to chat him, and he had these motorbikes.
mm,
He loved it so much. And see, he went out maybe with his friends.
mm. And lost
One
his life.
second, dead. It's on internet here.
Okay.
I was like, God. Before he died,
He
he posted on his handle, on X handle. Tomorrow can happen without you. Unknowingly, it happened without
with
him.
him.
The sudden. unusual moments that we can't control.
You see, sometimes, God give us wisdom and understanding.
So
So you see that piece of wisdom that man just showered it, it's because God gave him that to say it.
oh my God,
You know,
that was so sad, and
you
yeah,
know,
rest
it's a
well
sad
done, lad.
moment, but at the end of the day, he leave a strong message. You understand what I'm saying? That's a deep and strong message. You understand?
Tomorrow can happen without
Tomorrow,
you.
exactly.
It's it's
So,
it's
so
it's
yes,
hard to believe,
so
but you
you see,
see, you post yourself.
no, but check it out. You just told me what happened,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Last
and
night.
what we speaking about right now,
Mm-hmm.
the way we live our life before we go back to sleep, before we dead again. So you understand what I'm saying? That's that's what. There's a portion of wisdom there. Every day we give God thanks and we try to do the best for that day
So
because tomorrow
tomorrow can happen.
tomorrow you don't guarantee to see tomorrow.
That exactly true, but tomorrow
Mm.
can happen
Without
without you.
exactly.
And big respect to Sad Shots. He was a good photographer.
Mm.
He just gave a lesson. It's sad. It's on a sad note, but he just taught us how to understand
It
life.
taught millions of people.
Millions of people